Uba. So, hello, I'm Kylie, and today we're gonna learn taxonomy. Taxonomy is the study of grouping together several animals. And one of the ways of doing this is by separating them into classes. And classes are not just the things that you experience at school. Classes can also be used to describe groups, grouping things, people, animals. So we're gonna learn about the 5 main classes. The first class we have is fish. Fish are animals that live in the sea, and they have fins, and instead of lungs, they have gills where the oxygen can pass through. Fish lay lots of eggs in a group, and they call it row, right? And fish are the first vertebrates to live. Vertebrates meaning they were the first ones with backbones, with spines. What we have up next are amphibians. Amphibians are the first vertebrates to live on land. And amphibians were actually descended from fish, meaning that they came from fish, they evolved from them. And so, being descended from fish, they both had the ability to walk on land and water. And amphibians would return to the water to breed, to reproduce. And examples of amphibians are things like frogs, geckos, and salamanders. Next up, we have reptiles. So you probably heard about dinosaurs, right? Dinosaurs are basically just giant reptiles. Reptiles usually have hard, scaly skin and lay hard-shelled eggs to match. They are cold-blooded, which means that they don't need the body warmth that we have. And examples of them are things like crocodiles, turtles, snakes, and dinosaurs, which I mentioned earlier. So, reptiles live on land. And we had fish, who live in the water. Then we had amphibians, who lived on water and land. And now we have reptiles, who were already able to adapt to walk fully on land. Next, we have birds. Birds actually evolved from the dinosaurs, called theropods. Birds have feathers and can fly in the sky. They also lay eggs like the dinosaurs. But this time, birds are warm-blooded, unlike the reptiles, the fish, and the amphibians. Examples of these are ducks, chickens, and flamingos. The next we have, and the last we have, are mammals. So, mammals are actually divided into 3. One are placentals, who give live birth to kids and suckle their young with milk, like people. Next are monotremes, who lay eggs, like birds and the reptiles. And the last are marsupials, who still give live births, but they have pouches to keep their kids in. Mammals usually have some sort of hair or fur, like people. We have hair on our heads, we have eyebrows, we have tiny hairs on our arms and legs. And there are other things like cats and dogs who have fur. Examples of these are cows, sheep, goats, and so many more. Those are the 5 main classes. There are so many other classes that I haven't talked about, like say insects or mollusks. But those are the 5 main categories that I thought you should know about. Scientists do this taxonomy thing, so that they can better understand animals. And all of us need to better understand animals, to better understand nature, so that we can take care of it more carefully, so that the generations next, the next generations, and the others after that will still be able to enjoy the nature that we see today. That's all for my talk. Thank you. Bye bye.